There we go. So, welcome to the meditation to connect with the energy of deer, the Trecena of deer. This is the third Trecena of the Mayan Tzolkin calendar as we slowly make our way around the cosmos in their sacred calendar, 260-day calendar. So begin by bringing your awareness to your breath and dropping your breath deep into your belly. Slow your breath down. The deeper we breathe, the slower we breathe, the more we connect with the wisdom of the body, the more we drop into that inner landscape. So be aware of any place in your body that you might feel tension. Be aware of any thoughts in your mind that are particularly persistent. And as you exhale, release. Breathe in to center. Exhale the tension and monkey mind. And with each of these movements of inhale and exhale, find yourself in this inner landscape, fully into the space of this beautiful Castillo, Chichen Itza. A place of architectural wonder, absolutely in alignment with the movement of the cosmos. See yourself at the base looking up, surrounded by jungle. Feel the heat of the air, the moisture in the heat in the air. And begin to climb. You are sure-footed, gazing up and moving step by step by step, as close to the cosmos as you can possibly get. When you reach the top, you gaze out as far as the eye can see. There's jungle, there are trees far below you. You are as close to the sky as one can be in this place. And from this place, feeling the energies of the shift of time, sacred time, as we move from jaguar to deer. And this is the Trecena of deer. These are the 13 energies that carry us through this time. One deer and 2 rabbit, 3 water, 4 dog, 5 monkey, 6 road, 7 seed, 8 jaguar, 9 eagle, 10 owl, 11 earth, 12 knife, and it ends with storm, a clearing. And as we travel through these 13 days, the energy of deer itself is protective and loving. Deer is both strong and soft. This is the Trecena of power and respect. The interweaving of those energies, the interdependence of those energies. There is no power without respect. So begin to breathe into deer. Allow yourself to connect with deer energy. Of meeting deer or being deer. In the Tzolkin calendar, deer, Manik, kedge. Manik in Mayan, I believe, kedge in Kichi, represents power, authority, respect, force, and hierarchy. And these are interesting words because it feels to us, to our modern ear, very secular, very political. But to the ancient Mayan, this was a deeply spiritual nagual. This sign is the sign of the priests. It is the sign of religion, the connection to not the authority of an institution, but the energy of the force within nature itself. So it also represents the rainforest and all the four-legged animals and the cacao beans, which was the currency. That was the money for the Mayans. Embodying stability and balance, Manik is the nagual of the 4 cardinal points, the directions, and the 4 elements of earth, air, fire, and water. So it is this balance that is necessary for authority to hold sway. On Manik days, on deer days, and in times of deer, the Maya pray for harmony throughout the natural world, harmony amongst people, between humans. These are the days, the powerful days, to ask for strength to handle the difficulties in our lives, to handle the challenges and the betrayals even that we have gone through. Finding our way back to a place of balance with dignity, strength, humility, with respect, honor, and integrity. These are Manik qualities. These are deer qualities. Dignity, strength, humility, respect, honor, integrity. These create the foundation for power. Profoundly spiritual and peaceful. Manik seeks to impart no violence or harm to others, but deer does have the raw power to defend himself or defend others when the need arises. Deer is peaceful, but deer is not weak. Deer knows that real power comes from true respect, not fear or oppression or power over, not admiration or worship or obsequiousness or kowtowing, not through envy or insecurity. None of these hold power, just the illusion of it. There is a trend, there has been, it feels like in modern society, perhaps over decades or centuries, we have learned not to respect, but to want. We are taught to desire fame, money, status, influence, eternal youth, and power. And these are values that we see. We see it in social media. We see it certainly in aspects of leadership. We're not necessarily seeing respect. Respect for others. Respect for ourselves. Respect for the planet. Respect for other creatures. Where does that have a seat at the table? And some know, and certainly I would say nature knows, that that needs to change if we are going to live in a stable, sustainable world, if we are going to live in an equitable world. The four sacred things, right? Earth, air, fire, water, in balance, in harmony. And it does feel like we are at a cusp. Those energies of that chasing, the transitory money, fame, youth, and those who are speaking up for the eternal of respect and cooperation and the dignity of all and care for all. These energies are coming together in this time. And they are coming together in us, this period of deer, this Trecena of deer. And here's a beautiful little Mayan statue of deer that reflects to us. So our challenge is to find our strength. So it's about developing a stable sense of self-respect, of challenging arrogance and judgment and the unhealthy ego that is attached to the transitory external things. It means basing a sense of self and identity in your own thoughts and observations, your own feelings and sense of purpose and meaning, not others, not what others map onto you. Your self-respect needs to be independent and free of external influence. For only then can you begin to extend true respect to others. And that is where real power is born. That is power that lasts. It does not grasp. It lasts. Respect who you are. Respect what you do. Respect your talents and skills. Respect yourself and live that respect through every pore of your being. And you will find that builds strength. That builds power, true power. The kind that will carry you through any storm, any upheaval, and enable you to stand on your own feet in the face of any challenge. It is not an accident that we start with deer and we move through many days of exploring deer through these different lenses, and we end with storm. 13 storm. But by then, we have had the opportunity to anchor this strength within that can weather any storm. So feel the energy of deer. Feel your connection to deer. How deer walks with you, continually inviting you to approach your own self with dignity and integrity. And as always, when we have connected with the energy of the Nagual, of the day, the sign that is flowing through the 13 days, I invite you to receive a personal reflection. The top 3 cards are the Mayan Oracle. The bottom 3 cards are from the Nahuali Animal Oracle. So on the top, pick a number between 1 and 3. On the bottom, pick a number between 1 and 3. And these are the cards, the energy that showed up. So if you chose 1 from the Mayan Oracle, this is one of the lenses through which the Nagual may show up. And this is the hologram. So these are universal qualities or energies. And this is beautiful. This is a quantum leap into light, expanded viewpoint, evolution into wholeness. In the midst of the collective trance, it is easy to see yourself as imperfect and unworthy. Release your self-limitations. You are literally creating reality with your perceptions. Receiving this lens indicates healing any perception of isolation or separation from unity with Source. It is a major life lesson. So if you chose 1 in the Mayan Oracle, you are being asked to find a vision of your part in the greater hologram. If you chose Muluk, this is water, rain, or the raindrop. We've had Muluk before. It's interesting how same ones come up again and again. And this is all about taking off the veil of forgetfulness to become a beacon of awakened awareness. Challenge self-forgetting. Challenge negative self-talk. Challenge self-deprecation. As you open to self-remembrance, you will be open to receiving divine guidance. You will be as a drop of rain from the heavens to earth, a beacon, a receiver, a conveyor of wisdom from above to below. If you chose Lamat, rabbit, rabbit is all about harmony. How beautiful that these are reflecting in different ways sort of messages of deer as well. So rabbit is a way shower, indicating the gateway through to other realms. Rabbit invites us to prune away disharmony, cultivate harmony, and challenge self-doubt, challenge a sense of feeling disconnected, especially from the presence of essence. Allow access to that remembrance again of who you truly are, standing in the harmony of your essence, of your full presence. Allow that to shine forth. There's a message of rabbit that says, I am ignition, cosmic milkweed explosion of resonant sparks. And underpinning the Mayan oracle, we have the reflection from the animals. If you chose one, it is eagle. Eagle comes with the key words of dawn, power, vision, and perspective. If eagle has flown towards you today, you have a choice to make. Perhaps it involves a relationship you're about to embark upon or commit to more deeply. Whatever the issue is, eagle suggests you distance from it. Re-examine the choices. Eagle knows better than any other creature the lay of the land, and eagle wants you to see through his eyes so that you may share his perspective and vision. This is a time of powerful beginnings. So pay attention to that. Take stock of your dreams and desires so that you may best know how to utilize eagle's energies to support you in that. If you chose jaguar, it's so funny because it just feels like we've had these, but I shuffled. They came up again. Jaguar, yeah, power, authority, courage, and the twilight, the dark. So eagle is the light, the sun. Jaguar is the dark, the jungle. So when jaguar appears in your reading, there is great power at work on a subliminal or a subconscious level. Your conscious mind is often unaware of the workings of your deep mind. But trust that there is a hurricane brewing under the surface, and all the courage and power you need are yours. Authority emanates from your very soul, and those around you can feel its pulse. The outward manifestation of this authority may take some time to develop. It will be felt before it is seen, but others will react to its invisible presence just the same. So pay attention to what is brewing beneath. Jaguar's presence not only evidences inner power, but it is extremely auspicious for external success. And we have, if Jaguar is land and eagle is sky, we have water or sea with alligator. Karmic lessons, tests, and trauma. Paying attention to that. If alligator swam towards you today, you may be experiencing dissolution of a situation. It may feel like everything that you've worked for is fizzling away to nothing. What has felt reliable has begun to fall apart, or the things that you thought you could count on are beginning to change. New beginnings can be challenging, they can be traumatic, they can be frightening. But alligator energy is also nurturing. It enables you to access ancient wisdom. There is great wisdom and a deep perspective that resides under alligator's beautiful ancient skin. Wisdom that is imparted through the experience of overcoming challenge and giving birth to the new, improved self. Stronger for having been victorious in the face of a fearful task or situation. No situations repeat. They come around again and again, and alligator teaches us how to continually engage until we get to the heart of what it is. They're able to finally let it go. So just take a moment to breathe into the messages that have come to you. This is the symbol for deer. It's interesting, Manik. It looks like this hand just very delicately holding on. There is that delicacy of power's touch, not a graspingness of it. Breathe all of that in. And find yourself once more atop Castillo. And as you gaze up at the wonder of the cosmos, you feel fully the arrival of the time of deer. And you feel it in your blood and your bones and your cells. And you know what your particular message or task is during this time. You turn and survey the jungle below once more. And bring your feet to the steps. And once again, with the surety of movement, the surety of step, body strong and straight and head held high, you begin to walk down the steps, down the center of the steps, focusing on your breath. As you slowly, slowly start to come back to earth. And with 3 deep centering breaths, find yourself once more in your place where you are. And welcome